Hey, all, this is Jackie, of course. I am about ready to send you a list of all the links to the open resources I'm going to show you, all of which you might be familiar with. I'm hoping there's a few new ones, but I wanted to also walk you through those links really quick, just to give you a sense of how to use them. It's really easy, but sometimes it's easier to be shown as well. The three resources I'm going to show you do kind of end up leading to the same place, but they have individual features. So the first one you can see right here is Cool for Ed. This is produced by both California State University system and the UC system. Give them credit here. And their web address is just cool, the actual number 4, and ed.org. And California, as you probably know, and I think Oregon's going that way, they had a mandate actually at one point where 50% of their courses had to offer OER or AER, AER being alternate educational resources for their students. And so they've invested quite a bit of time in this. A lot of the work here goes to Merlot, which is an open source repository, which is a little clunky. The next resource I'm going to show you is the Open Textbook Library, which I think I've already shown you, may have already found. And then the third one is BC Campus. What I'm not going to cover is Canvas Commons. And so I think a lot of you, we've talked about Canvas, the LMS, as opposed to Moodle or Blackboard. Canvas Commons is has an open repository, and Tina Martinez found that syllabus that I've included in this email. They have some other open resources as well. What's being tricky, and I just emailed IT, our IT department here, is actually extracting some of those files so we can use. The Cascadia one was easy and open. It was a Word document, but the other ones are encoded somehow. So I'll look into that for us. But anyway, Cool for Ed. There's a couple different ways to go here. Actually, you know what I found I liked is, as you can see, there's different ways to look for resources here in Merlot. I actually like the course showcase a little bit. You know, I want to go straight to what are you using in your courses? So why waste time? But as you can see here, social sciences is living over here. And it is just an alphabetical list by sub-discipline within social sciences. So as we scroll down to sociology, these are who they were reviewed by. These are, as you can see, faculty throughout the California system. College of the Canyons, I believe, is a real big one. A couple of these do relate to the OpenStax. Right here, this one does. What you can see is, sorry, that jostling around, so what it does is take us to Merlot. Okay, that's really annoying there. Sorry for the drop downs. You can go to the material and you can find out who most recently modified it and who's using it. But we'll cover Merlot in just a sec. Going back, this I think is a little bit different than the OpenStax one. Come on, Link. Still takes us to Merlot, so we still have kind of that same interface, but it does have a slightly different text here. So you can go to the material, and this was produced by, looks like a faculty member based at University of Tampa. And, you know, so on and so forth. Down here we'll see the more familiar ones, which were produced at the University of Maine, that are quite popular. And I know, Caitlin, I think you had mentioned these. So definitely something worth looking at. These are all open. These are all free. As you browse through these, if there's a part or all of it that you want to use, we can certainly do that. You know, we can definitely make a mix and match product. I will walk you through, I guess, Merlot really quickly here. Sorry, I don't want to make you dizzy. Scroll right to the top. And under their Find feature, let's just go ahead and, I guess, do Find and Open Course Materials, really broad and open. And so again, it is taking you to, it's letting you know it's going to take you to Merlot, social sciences, and you can explore the entire social sciences collection, or you can search this way. We can just go straight to sociology, and you know it's useful. But it is very, very ugly. You can see they do break down by type. So if you know. I don't know who chose, for example, deviance or social control, but there's 30 linked just to the subject heading for those of you looking at institutions or inequalities, for example. You can filter by material type, and what that allows you to do is, again, you know, they had, what, about 10 approximately, and their open textbook faculty showcase. They actually have links to 61 textbooks here if you wanted to look at that. If you wanted to look at their quizzes, limit to that, simply click there, and there's now down to 24 results looking at quizzes and tests, which might be really kind of fun to include in whatever we end up building with this course. So a lot seem like they do relate back to the OpenStax text, which can be cool. So, but that's just, Merlot in a nutshell. Again, if you want to look at a case study, a collection, that sort of thing. It can be a kind of a fun thing to use. Some scary, some parts are scary. It's not scarier, but the online courses, they'll take you often back to like the MIT courses or the Open Yale courses, which can be cool, but they don't always, on their end, follow all the way through with them using open resources. So it's a bit of a problem. So going back up to our next resource, the Open Textbook Library. The Open Textbook Library does just that. It does textbooks and textbooks only. And, I've already navigated to social sciences here. And the URL, sorry, you can type in Open Textbook Library, but it's actually going to take you to open.umn, University of Minnesota.edu, open textbooks. I should click here to show you it right here again, open.umn.edu, open textbooks. You can just Google it and you'll get there just fine. And they have also links to the Open Textbook Network. So you can browse subjects. Of course, we are in social sciences. And depending on how you like to search, you could type in sociology or social. I found it, I did a Control F, to be honest. So if you don't know that, if you hit Control F on your keyboard, I'm using Firefox, so it's showing up down here. I believe if you're using Chrome or another browser, it's going to show up closer to the top. And I typed in SOCI because I wanted to get both social and sociology. I didn't want to limit myself. It's going to cast a wider net, so probably obviously, but that as a searcher, that I was comfortable with that wider net personally. So you just, when you've done that, you just click next, and it's going to browse through all the matches in the document. And this works with anything. Again, if you haven't used this yet, you probably all have. It's kind of a handy tool. One of the things, and this is brand new to the Open Textbook Library, is the Introduction to Sociology, the Canadian version, which I think would be kind of cool. Actually, this is by BC Campus, which does a tremendous, they're like the global leaders in open textbooks, pretty much. And I think they may have borrowed a lot from OpenStax. Might have issues because it's the Canadian version, but still, it can be quite useful. Just browsing down, of course, we were in the, the title started with introduction, so we'll just, scroll down a little bit. Here again is that social problems, continuity, and change. This is by Dr. Barkin in Maine. More on social science research. Another one on sociology, understanding the change in the world. So just something to think about. And last but not least, it's probably a little redundant, but I am going to take us up to, I believe it's this one. Yes, BC Campus. Oh, you know what? And under BC Campus, I already went to this sociology again. It's open.bccampus.ca. I like looking at, I do like looking at their work. This one I think was new, this Principles of Social Inquiry is one I hadn't seen before, also by Maine. But you're going to see some familiar, kind of in a sense, greatest hits, for lack of a better word. So I just wanted to point this out to you. I think something to think about, if it hasn't, we haven't talked about this as a group yet, is should we all, take these top 3 to 5 and give it a kind of a good review? Since everything we already know in here is open, it's something we can use and grabbable. Can we find something from, in a sense, again, going back to those, kind of commonly used titles, and build that collage that gives us the book that we're looking for this project. And again, Canvas Commons too. I really like the layout that Tina Martinez found, built by the Cascadia Community College Library in Washington State. And that's kind of a really nice, easy format. I know if I was a faculty member anywhere, I could pick that up and say, oh, okay, I see where you're going with this. This is usable for me, thanks. So just something to think about, simple and usable, in my opinion. So great. So I hope I'll talk to you all shortly. Again, I'll give links to all these resources, but I just wanted to talk and introduce some. I guess I should introduce one more. Sorry. From my college homepage, Blue Mountain Community College, bluecc.edu, under my research guides, it's kind of sparse, but I have some open educational resources. Sociology is actually really sparse, but you might find the multimedia kind of handy. I just realized earlier. I have some open culture, which has some great movies, and if you scroll down, some documentary films. That might be kind of cool to borrow from. And my team Berkeley has their own YouTube channels, which might be cool. So, and there's certainly more, so I can add to that. Okay, really, I'm done now. So, hope to talk to you all later this week. Take care. Bye.